What up, you guys? I'm late as fuck. This camera, this lighting, oh my god. Bitch, YouTube is hard. We are here. We are live. What's up? I hope everyone's doing super, super well. I am. So I genuinely just came here to customize a wig and just talk with you guys and just hang out. I feel like I have to do like a crazy cough, so pause. Hey Carrie, what's up, girl? Me. Okay, we're here. It's your birthday. Oh my god, happy birthday, boo. Happy birthday. Gemini? Gemini? Right? Gemini. Yes, I did deal with my package issue. They basically gave me a credit for the things that were lost, and when they turn up, they will be shipped back to the seller. So I am now looking through their catalog again, and wouldn't you know it, all the shit that I have lost is now regular price and no longer on sale. Don't you just love that? So I am sad about it, I can't lie. Yo, can I tell y'all, the other day when I was talking, well, not the other day, but yesterday when it was all going down, Ryan, yo, me too, dude, they definitely stole it, come on now. And that's what irks me. It's like they're like, I made a size 28 to 26's size bitch's day. I know when that bitch saw that ASOS package and she cut that bitch open, I know she was living, because there were some cute ass fashions in that bag. But you know what? It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it. And lowest key, I'm good now. So if they ended up getting some cute shit, I'm happy, because low key, if you're a fat bitch, you already know the likelihood of you finding free clothes that can fit you, girl. So, you know, the bitch is a scavenger. I can't be mad. Like, I scam too much to be mad at another scammer, bitch. I don't hate the player, I hate the game. You know, if plus size clothing was available, a bitch wouldn't have had to do that to me. You know what I mean? Like, I honestly, like, I can't even imagine if I was working in a fucking mailroom and I seen an ASOS package, would I not? That's why I don't work in the mail. That's why I don't work in the mail, bitch. Because who knows? You would be like, oh shit, a Torrid box? But that bitch really hit me up. She really, really hit me up. But that's okay. I didn't die. I'll be good. Where do I work? I don't work anywhere. I don't have a job. I create for my living. I create either content or I create spiritual moments and divination sessions. Like, I do what I want to do for money. And I'm grateful. You know, I don't think that that's something that's easy. I think that that's hard as fuck. You have to trust that people got you. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's what it is. Like, when you start a business or you start creating things or you start just working for yourself, you have to trust that people got you. Oh yes, I've been scammed a million times. One time, this is my favorite scam that someone did to me. Not in is in my favorite, I mean like the shadiest thing. Hold on, I missed that comment. Yo, I feel you, but I know that Starbucks offers money towards college. So if you're thinking about going into school, you know what I mean. If you're thinking about going into, going to school, you can actually get money for that. So I feel like Starbucks, they're not the best job, but I know that they do offer some things to their employees that a lot of other jobs do not. So I feel like you could be working in a worse place. However, Whole Foods has some pretty good benefits. I know that. And also, my partner, he works at the bank, and his job was very, like he literally calls people about their bills and works with them to either pay back. But he's low key like a bill collector at the fucking bank, low key. That's all he does. And like sometimes people don't answer the phone because nobody likes to listen to bill collectors. So a lot of times he's just on Facebook living. Like they be rolling the calls through to him, and it's chill. And he has good benefits, and he makes good money, and he's salary, bitch. So I'm saying get in, and he has benefits too. He just got glasses for free. It was cute. I know my glasses wears. Y'all trying to get free glasses. I know that. But yeah, I just want to chill and kick it with y'all. It's the truth though. It's the truth. Like he worked at McDonald's because his mom worked at McDonald's. Like low key, his whole family worked at McDonald's at one point. Like they were like literally a McDonald's family. And I feel like for him, I'm gonna be real. His family comes from like lower income, and they're also like very consumeristic. Like his mom's a hoarder. Like his mom's a hoarder, but I kind of love her hoard. I can't lie. She has a cute hoard. She's a Leo. Ryan's mom's hoard is literally like old Barbies, and so I'm not even mad because I'm like, you know what, bitch? At least you're getting some shit that we could sell on eBay. At least we're gonna be eBay rich when you pass. When you pass on, we're gonna get some royalties. You feel me? Them Barbies is mint, bitch. She got mint condition, no smoking household. There are pets. There are pets. So I'm gonna put that in the price. I'm just saying, listen, her hoard is kind of crazy though, cause like part of her ceiling looks really looks really damaged from all the things she has in her attic. So I'm hoping it's royalties up there too, cause some of the stuff that she has is kind of OD. I'm not gonna lie. Some of the stuff that she has, it's a little OD. She's an earring collector, not the best earrings. Cats. She gave me some cat earrings. They're cute though. It's cute in a mother-in-law way. I feel like nobody's degree is worthless. I just feel like people aren't really realizing the market has shifted. Like it's really unfortunate to say this, but the market is no longer honoring having a degree. It's more about honoring people who are within your network or within your family or within your friend circle. So I feel like even in certain instances, I'm also not gonna lie. Like I'm gonna be real with y'all. I did not finish college, but I always say that I finished my bachelor's degree in science, and no one ever checks. So high key, if you're about that life, girl, a lot of people really do be forging their fucking resumes, and a lot of places don't check. They just want to make sure that you've kept, like, the main thing about resumes is you have to not have gaps in your work history. You have to make it seem like you've been places for years, and whoever you put down for references, make sure it's your nigga or your homie. For real. Real talk, bitch. What up, Michelle? Good to see you too. What up, Pickles? Go back when you're ready. Okay. That's what it is. It's like when people like your energy, like you can get really far, but white supremacy be fucking up people's energy. So there's some of us that like literally can't be all razzle dazzle at the job because we're tired, because we don't want to have to do all that. And I feel that. I feel like there was this when I worked in the hostel in Boston. I don't feel like I ever shared this with y'all, but I was not liked. I was really not liked. Like in the beginning, they really liked me, but I feel like when I started to take a stand for myself, and I started to say, that things were not okay or things were fucked up, people were getting mad at me and they started treating me really bad, and it was really awkward because I started to feel. I worked in a hostel, not a hospital. A hostel is basically like a hotel, but we don't carry your bags, and unless you pay extra, you're sleeping in a room with a stranger. So that's the tea. And so I feel like when I started to make it clear my boundaries about shit. They were just really rude to me and really not nice. And I remember there was this one instance where I made a video saying like my boss tried to talk to my lady, and I basically like me and this woman were connecting, and we still are cool to this day, me and her. But like it was so cute. Like yo, uh I was gagging. Like she was just so cool. Like she had a labrae piercing. I don't usually even fuck with a labrae piercing, but it was cute on her. Like she was really rocking that fucking labrae. Like I don't really like the labraes. I'm gonna keep it real, but every once in a while you see a labrae and you're like, all right, bro, all right, labrae. So, anyways, she was an artist. She had really cool paintings. She just seemed very soulful, and she looked low key like FKA Twigs, but like chubby. And I remember like me and her was like kicking it on like the Ave and just drinking, and like dudes were coming up to us. There was this dude that came up to us who looked just like fucking Common, and we were just like singing Common songs to this nigga. Like we were just being so fun. And I remember my boss was just hitting on her and totally invalidating. Honestly, no. His Ryan's mom and his family are cool. They're really nice to me. Like they're so cool. Like his dad, his dad is not there, but his older brother, the first time that I went was so kind to me. I remember like the first time I met up with them, I wanted to impress, and so I made baked French toast, and it's honestly my recipe girl is on point. But I feel like when my partner, when my partner when my partners in the past have brought me around their family, it's always been some shit before I met them, like so many times. But right now, no, I feel you. I feel like I don't have to perform. I feel like they're hella chill. They're very chill. And I don't feel like they're mimicking blackness at all. Like that's a big thing. Like some people, like if you start to get too jive, bitch, they start to act like they could jive with you, and it's like no, sis, no. But I don't feel like that's the energy. I feel like whenever I go over there, his mom is like so sweet to me. She literally pops up on me and is always like, you know what, I I'm appreciative of you. She always tells me that she's really happy that I came into Ryan's life. Like that bitch started crying in a Kmart over me and him. Like so personally, I just feel like there's love there, you know? Like she really is respecting of me, and I've never had that from a partner's family. Not Jehovah's Witnesses, bitch. I'm so dead. But yeah, no. Like in the past, like with Sydney's mom, she was mad at Sydney for not being around as much. Like at some point before me and Sydney met, she had broke her foot, and so her mom was so like caring for her and like taking care of her like she was a baby. And so when her foot healed, um like she and I were connecting online, and so her first date since she had broke her foot was me, and then we started hanging out like all the time. And so by the time her mom was like wanting to meet me, her mom was also like cussing Sydney out, like where have you been, like what's going on. And obviously, you know, her mom was feeling some type of way about me because she felt like I took her away, and her mom had literally had her up in her face 24/7 because she needed her foot was broken. And so when I finally met her mom, her mom had a picture of me and Sydney from Instagram. No, we haven't spoken at all. The last time I spoke to Sydney, I told her that there was an eviction notice on the door. Like the day that I was flying out, the day that I was actually flying out to Kentucky, I saw an eviction notice on the door, and I texted her and told her because she thought that we had like 4 more days left on the lease, and actually we didn't. Nah, nah. They didn't like me for a myriad of reasons, but I think at the end of the day, it wasn't even about that. I feel like the thing about Libras are like they really like isolate with their partners, and I feel like with me, I'm already like someone that's like hermiting. Like I'm trying to go out more and like do more stuff, but I feel like they can get really caught up in the relationship to the point where like they kind of feel like whenever they leave the relationship, like to go do anything, it's like a little thing, and then they pop back. So I'm trying to get him to realize like I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Like I feel like they almost feel like they have to be up under you, and I'm like, you can go see your mom, you can go see your friends, you know. But they get really codependent quickly, and me, I've definitely been independent for a minute, so I don't need to be up under nobody. I'm glad I don't have that issue. I'm really really glad. I miss you too, baby. Hey. I didn't date a Pisces, but I was intimate with a Pisces for a long time. And what I will say is y'all are brats. And it's not always cute. You need to cut that shit out. Miss Judy. Bitch, I'm coming to visit you this summer. Tell your sister to be ready with the rice. I need that rice again. Bitch, working is trash. We shouldn't have to do shit for money. I can't wait till basic income pops. Honestly, bitch, when basic income pops, ooh, bitch. It's healing. It's healing. I have never had Haitian food. I'd be interested though. I love all Caribbean food. I feel like all Caribbean food is good. Yeah, my Pisces ex-friend was kind of crazy. I do know who Yvette Carnell is. I love her. I love the ADOS movement. I really do, and I appreciate it. But I do wonder like what it means for folks that are, first generation of immigrants. You know what I mean? I wonder what that means for us, because I am first generation American from my dad, who is a Jamaican immigrant, and my mom's family is only partially ADOS. True. But yeah, so I don't know. Part of me feels like I'm not included, so I speak on ADOS, but I don't ever speak negatively. But if I'm being candid, I do feel like there are some of us who are not a part of the movement, and I wonder like I don't know. I guess like I don't want to be obtuse and act like we can't start our own movements, but I do sometimes worry about what it would look like for first generation folks to connect. Like I feel like I'm not jealous of ADOS, but I am envious that there is something to connect any group of black folks, because I feel like I feel you. I mean, I grew up in a household with a white passing woman who kept trying to hammer home that I and all my brothers were half white, and we weren't. So, part of me kind of feels like, in ways, um, I feel like some of us out here, our experiences have been wayward. So I think I know I'm not alone, but I also feel like in ways I don't want my experience to be derailing. I mean, here's my thing. I definitely do agree that there are so many mixed people being stand-ins for blackness in shows, and so I do think that that's something that needs to be addressed and needs to be handled, um, because I do think that the narrative behind mixed washing black characters or even centering mixed people as black people in in media, I do think it's problematic. But I also think that there is a context where there are mixed people who identify as black, just like there's mixed people who identify as their non-white half. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there's people that are half white, half Asian that are like, I look Asian, I'm not getting that privilege of whiteness, so therefore I'm over here. But I do think that the privilege of being mixed is at times, in my opinion, I feel like given a similarity to white privilege that I don't think is real. I think that mixed privilege is nowhere near white privilege. I think that it is a derivative. I don't think that it doesn't exist without white supremacy. So I don't think that it can compare. True. I don't think people go too hard on mixed folks, but I think that people are not being nuanced. And I feel like I've said this before, until we all are aware of colorism, child, I feel like until we're all on the same page that colorism is real, colorism directly affects the folks that are darkest. But it also does affect everybody, just like racism affect anti-blackness affects everybody. But we know that black folks are the main ones being affected. But the nuance, I feel like, is more so there. Like, I feel like people are more nuanced when it comes to racism than they are with colorism. I feel like here's the thing. I feel like mixed folks, fat folks, queer folks, trans folks, like, we've all existed. We've always been here. There have always been lighter skinned black folks. Like, that is just tea. That is just tea. But I do think that when it comes down to representation, I do think that there is a disproportionate amount of mixed people being shown. And I do think that they do use mixed people to stand in for what they want to seem as black, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like they'll say that this character is a black character, and folks will be like, well, she's also mixed, so clock that. Or she is mixed, and not black. But some folks, in my opinion, I do feel like I feel like some folks do um don't understand the nuance in that it is a privilege for people to not think that you're black, but it is also a part of anti-blackness for folks to question your blackness, especially if you really do not look white. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, I feel like we also have to reconcile with the fact that who you think is white is not always white. Like, people were clocking Halsey as part black. She's 1/4 black. She's 75% white. Do I consider her black? No. Do I consider her black because she's 25% black? Honestly, yes. But I also feel like I consider her not black because I feel like all she does in this community is talk about how she's not included. And I feel like that's not what we need white passing women who are claiming blackness to be doing. Rocky, thank you. I feel like if you're going to be an ally to blackness, or I feel like black folks need to claim blackness like native folks do. You can't be saying you're native unless we claim you. That's how I really feel. Like, I feel like if people were being claimed by blackness because of what they do for the black community, that would be a completely different conversation. But that is not the case. I feel like people claim you as black depending on phenotype, depending on hair textures, depending on skin tone, and even that is not infallible. So I feel like personally, I do think that I wish blackness was not something that was quantified by appearance. I think it was about what you're doing for the community, in my opinion. Because here's my thing: if we were doing that, Rachel Dolezal is still white. You feel what I'm saying here? It doesn't disclude and it doesn't include people who are not black. You know what I mean? I feel like folks tried to include Rachel Dolezal in blackness because of what she was doing for the community. She's not black. She's not black. she's not black. You feel me? Even with the politic of what you're doing for our community makes you black, she's still not black because she's not black. End of fucking story. But I know folks are really trying to bring her in and really trying to make it seem like, oh well, she's doing so much and it's like she's pretending to be black. She's performing. Hello. Don't you think that if you were like, Bishop, think about this. If you were pretending to be a police officer, wouldn't you do police officer shit? Wouldn't you do things that reflect what you are pretending to be? She was pretending to be a black creative scholar, and therefore she did things that a black creative scholar would do. She didn't just want to be black, y'all. Keep that in mind. She had an agenda. And even if it was this narrative of she was helping niggas, think about why she had to do what she did. She says, she claims, you know, because of how white people treated her sister, she felt like she needed to not be white anymore and distance herself. But the sad part about it is she did the most white thing you could do, which is steal someone's fucking identity. She stole someone's fucking identity in the name of mental health for her sister's trauma. She did not endure anti-blackness. Her sister did. And she tried to claim that the anti-blackness she witnessed made her want to be black. Again, why are we couching blackness in trauma? Why are we saying that trauma begets blackness? That trauma is how we feel connected. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. That is creepy to me. She's a weirdo for that. And honestly, yeah, no. But people are out here trying to claim her. It really grosses me out because it's like, why? 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 It's wild that, like, even Rihanna said that the bitch was inspiring, I believe. And I was like, and nobody dragged. Some people really get away with everything. Cute. I want to come back to Boston. I got food to eat. I'm trying to go to that mac and cheese place in Faneuil Hall again. I gotta hit the North End. I gotta go to the pastry shop and get me a lobster tail. You already know. Rachel, Russian spy. Low key, if Rachel was a spy, I wouldn't even be surprised. Reed did say she was interesting. Bitch, this week is gonna come together. I want to go to Cheesecake Factory tonight, low key. I'm feeling it. I feel like Cheesecake Factory is nasty but good. Like some stuff is really nasty, some shit is really good. I don't have a Patreon. Like I do, but I don't update it. I just don't want to play nobody. Like I feel like if I'm late, I don't want to get dragged. So I'm like, you know what? I'll keep it here. We'll do a super chat, you feel me? Listen, the best mac and cheese is from Miss Cheesecake Factory. You know what? I feel like when I had the gray hair, I think I looked really ugly, to be honest. I feel like that was probably like the worst color I think I could have chose. Just because I feel like I didn't have a good tan pop in and I was feeling like I already looked silver because the ash and the winter's itch. Yo, they got mac and cheese at Cheesecake Factory. They do, bitch. They got mad food there, but I'm telling you, the only things worth getting are the mac and cheese bites and the mac and cheese in general. You know what? Y'all are really hyping me with this emerald. I really think I might, dye this hair emerald, low key. I had a purple wig. The curly joint, it was kind of like a purple haze. It had like a haze of purple, but it wasn't all the way purple. I really love this wig. I really, really, really love this wig. I'm really glad that I got a bunch of colors in this wig so I could just really, you know, get to the bottom. Cause I'm a heavy-handed person. I'm a lace ripper. I will straight up rip some lace just by being too heavy-handed. So, um, I feel like that's part of the review that I will give for this wig is that right now I'm able to pull on her. The lace is woven. It is the soft lace. It is not that head scratching lace. And that is low key my new standard. Like I can't be doing no hard lace. I am gonna come through tonight. I feel like I wanted to schedule a tarot party. I would love to do free one card readings. I feel like that might be fun. I don't know if folks are feeling that, but if folks are interested, I would love to come through tonight and just, you know, share some affirmations. I have the rose gold, and she has a little bit of a pink glow to her, so I was gonna dip her in some pink. And the other one is black, just literally the same color as the top of this one, but it needs to lay down. I did a lot to her last night. I was whipping her around. I was doing too much. Okay, cute. I'm excited. I can't wait. Oh, thank you so much. Come through. Bitch, I got pounds. Ooh. Bitch, I'm about to go on the English website and about to get me some English chocolates. I'm about to hit up Cadbury, bitch. Thank you. Listen, I am available. I am available as hell. So please DM me. Please DM me and let's connect. I'm super down. Bitch. Yo, I'm dead. I think about that a lot. Like personally, I don't think I was the best hair braider, so I understand why she was feeling away. But at the same time, she didn't have to play me like that. You know what I mean? She didn't have to play me like that. But I still can't believe that that Giselle really tried to fight this little girl. I was like, leave her alone. Like my energy was not angry. I was just like, bitch, you could have paid me. You know, I could have got paid. Yes, I'm glad. Listen, that hurt my feelings because I really felt like I was doing it. I really felt like I was giving her something that she could feel. But she actually was like, bitch, get off me. It was really crazy. I couldn't believe it. Mm, mostly flour. Thank you. Damn. I'm doing my eyes last for some reason. I don't know. I never do this. But I feel like my lips are looking ashy, but really, sometimes I'll really put a product on my lips. I don't know why I do that. I just do sometimes. Thank you. I should have done a pink. I'm regretting this, but it's fine because it's going to fade. So we're going to be just fine. Mm, thank you so much. Yo, I'm excited for you. Thank you so much for coming through. Thanks for being here. But yeah, so yeah. Hmm. Girl, I swear I just had my other palette. Oh, I have not seen Tanya. I have no desire to see Tanya. I hope she's doing well. I have no hate towards her. She cool. I'm cool. Like there is nothing I could do for her. Like she was caught up. So me too, pickles. Same. Same life. I'm in Cincinnati. I'm in the Nat. Thank you. I remember when I went to the beach, they came right out. Like as soon as I got up in the beach water, they rinsed me, girl. They was dip dyed. Um, I feel like I go on adventures a lot. I feel like I'm just not always documenting my adventures. But I enjoy telling y'all about my adventures. I enjoy sharing. But high key, I feel like right now I'm in this, and so because of that, I feel like that's my focus right now. Is just trying to prepare myself for that. Like I really am happy in my relationship, but I'm also trying to, figure out what I want to do next. Like I feel like tarot is something that I'm really interested in terms of business. But I also feel like it's something that I enjoy doing and would love to just, do that for majority of my time. I feel like I mainly just smoked and went on dates to the mountains, honestly. Like I feel like the only thing that's really dope to me in Colorado is the mountains. That's really all I was there for. I really did not enjoy anything other than that. And then there was some good food. I probably would never lock my hair. I like to touch my hair a lot and like have access to it and do a bunch of different styles. And so I just feel like locks would not let me have that. They wouldn't let me be able to throw on a wig or do some like finger waves or something like that. Like sometimes I'll dead ass just like spend the whole day like just doing stuff to my hair or just playing with it or putting it up, taking it down, putting it in twists. Like I just feel like I feel like I'm more so getting comfortable with my hair as it is right now, and I feel like locks would kind of derail that experimentation. Me too. I'm gonna get some clip-in pieces for my natural because that's like really my plan for this summer is to just have a big ass afro and just be on some nature femme shit. Like that's really my energy. $11 realty. $11, and it was on this brand called Honey Baby Naturals, and I love them. I'm obsessed with it. It's really amazing. I feel like if you're into a great smelling product that will work for your hair, and I have like a 4A. My hair is like really like 4A as fuck, and so I feel like if you're in the upper fours, late C's, that area where maybe your hair might be a little bit fine at times, maybe your hair's texture puffs, you don't really get to see your texture. And I'm one of those people that like that. I appreciate seeing my texture. I'm really not anti-texture or I don't care because that would be a lie. I feel like I like when my curls are popping. That's true. But I know folks be like, oh, if your curls are not popping, and that's the thing too. I don't even only have curls. I feel like I have to do a lot to even get my hair to curl. I feel like my hair really is that little square curl. Connecticut has like hella seafood and stuff, so I feel like the food out there is good. The Chinese in Connecticut was good as fuck too. But yeah, it's mostly American ass food. I feel like my family's Jamaican, so I ate a lot of Jamaican food out there. A lot of Spanish food. I feel like Colorado for the Mexican food. I just finished A Way Out, and I play a little bit of Spider Man, not a lot. Oh, Hartford, bitch, Black Eyed Betty's, the tavern in fucking Middletown. There's some food up there. Grand Theft Auto. I got Monopoly. I like Monopoly. I miss you too. I got Sims. Duh, I love Sims. I feel like I'm gonna Sim. At some point, I'm trying to just like hook it up to where I can download my gameplay and edit it in on my computer. But I've been just lazy as fuck. But that's what we're doing today. We're going to get the computer. The Last of Us. Okay, I will check it out. No. Oh, I have Mortal Kombat. I have Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. But they're not mine. They're not my games, so that's why I didn't think of them. I don't really be playing them. Mortal Kombat is dope though. Like when I did play, I'm not gonna lie though, all the fighting, all the fighting. I have the 10th anniversary pack that has like all of the games. I don't have the newest one. I don't have Fallout. I don't get what Fallout is all the way. I know that probably sounds dumb. I gotta get into it. I gotta read more. I just, I still don't even all the way know what's going on with, um, what is that one that everyone's playing? Ugh, I can't think of it. But there's one that everyone's like always talking about. But a lot of the popular games, I don't play them. It's no shade, but I don't really go online. I have a square curl. Like my hair is like yeah, Fortnite. My hair is like square. Like some of my curls are square. Like it's not like my hair isn't waved like that. Some of my hair is like this, like a box, real tea. It's like a I don't even. I'm like, how does hair even grow like that? That's why our hair is fragile as hell because it be growing in wild patterns. It's like my hair literally grows like a Lego. Oh my god. I couldn't even breathe. I dumped water on myself. I got so hot when you said that. Wow, treating me to food. um, hmm. It's like I'm trying to think of something high. Um, I really like Jamaican food. I feel like if somebody could hook me up with some saltfish and ackee and some fried dumpling, I will love them for life. I feel like it's so hard to find fried dumpling. The Jamaican food out here, the place that I go to does not have it. And so I'm about to like go out of state and try to find me some fried dumpling because it's just a one of a kind taste. I tried to make fried dumpling once, bitch, and they came out kind of nasty. Like lowest key. I just didn't have the right oil. Yes, I love Indian food. I love it. I feel like I love the tandoor chicken. I fuck with a samosa. Those are fire. I live for some paneer. I feel like when I go, I usually get like two things. I either get the chicken tikka masala or I get the curry chicken because I feel like the curry chicken from Indian place be tasting mad similar to some Jamaican food, but also the curry lamb and the curry goat. They have curry goat at the Indian food place I go to, and so sometimes I'll get that instead of going to the Jamaican food place because the Jamaican food place is mad far. But their patties be good. Yo, the Jamaican food place that I used to go to in New Orleans called Boswell's, bomb. But you couldn't really tell if the patties was dry until you got them, and I hate a dry patty. There's nothing like yo, a dry patty irks my soul because it's just so nasty. Like the patty, if it's dry, the meat is dry. It don't flake right. Butter chicken is good. True. I've had Ethiopian food. Strangely enough, at the hostel I worked at in Boston, they would have kids come from like high schools and cook cultural food in our kitchen. It was called like cultural kitchen. I've had Nigerian food. Pepper prawns, no. I need to get on it. I need to get into it. I don't know what eye look I'm gonna do. I feel like I should do something orangey. I feel like I should do an orange. Low key, last summer I discovered that I like orange eyeshadow. I never would have thought to wear no orange eyeshadow. I never thought about it. But now I'm open. That's all you got. I'm dead. It's just so nice. Yo, what do y'all like to drink? What are y'all drinks? Like, what's your jam? Cause I'm really on honey wine right now. If you're into wine, or even if you really don't like wine, I feel like this is one of those like wine juices. Cause it's actually mead, and it's honey that has been fermented. Yes. You could also name non-alcoholic as well. I used to be obsessed with peach Snapple, like to an unhealthy amount. Like I would drink that shit every day. And now I do not want to ever taste it again in my life. It's really crazy. I really thought I was gonna ride or die with a Snapple forever, but now I low-key like their straight up tea. I really like unsweet tea with some lemonade. That's high key my jam right now. Miss Judy, do not even think I'm playing. I definitely will text it to you. I still have the clothes that you gave me last time we kicked it. Like honestly, that crop top you gave me with the lace up, I die. Like I wear that. I wear that to hoe online. White Zinfandel, okay. Somebody's mom is in the house. Come through, White Zinfandel. You know what I love? I love some box wine. Box wine is low key kind of cute. Like a sunset blush. Ooh. Yo, but who be drinking that Rossi wine? That rice that wine that comes in a jug. Who be fucking with that sangria though? Red wine, yes, come through. Oh, that's cute. True. When you make a mistake, you be like, wait. Yes, I'm proud of you. You better get that tweed. I'm dead. I feel like old is a state of mind. I feel like if you want to be old, you could be old. I feel like it's how you live. Like I know some young ass 60-year-olds. Young. I feel like right now I'm waiting for shows to come back. I've been watching Skins lately. Like, that's how much I'm not even checking for no show. Thank you. $35 is really not old. It really is not. I feel like people be thinking their 30s is old, and it's like, child, you're established at 30. I feel like 30, like you're here. You're really here. You know, in your 20s, I feel like 20s is crazy. 20s, you think you're gonna die. Maybe not in the beginning, but like in the middle of your 20s, you start thinking like about how you're gonna be 30 soon, and I feel like that's unfortunate. What? I'm dead. You all funny. Y'all are goofy. I just feel like if you think you're old, if you're feeling old, do some young ass shit. Bust out, you know, bust out of that routine. You don't have to do nothing that you used to do. Real talk. Like you don't have to do any of that. That's how I feel. I feel like age is what you make it. I feel like once you hit 25, you really start to take stock. You know, you start to figure out like, well, not you start to figure out, but I feel like 25 is when you start to really consider that, you know, forever might be shorter than you thought. What up, Sydney? What up, boo? Ooh, yo. I'm just really grateful to be alive. I feel like my whole journey has been so crazy. Like I feel like I've literally lived 1,000 lives, bitch. I feel like I've lived for 1,000 years, bitch. I feel like a gargoyle. Like I can't believe I'm still alive. High key. I just made so many crazy decisions. Real talk. Cat, bitch. I was just like going crazy on your fucking Twitter. You better come through, bitch. I see the podcast. I see it coming through nicely. But yeah, no, my 20s was real fucking crazy. Real fucking crazy, bitch. Like, I'm surprised I'm about to get out of my 20s alive. Like, I'm surprised. I love Black Mirror. Black Mirror is my shit. You know what? I think, you know what? We need it. We need to heal. We also need, not no copyright strikes. We need no copyright, you know? The people own this. My PSN is Sailor Spoon. I know. I'm kind of shook because it's only 3 episodes. I don't have time for this. I really need them to just like write several episodes and just go get to filming, and stop playing with me. I feel like I have a guardian angel who watches over me. Thank you for the coin, boo. I really appreciate you. And thank you for supporting all this time. Real talk. Like I'm grateful as fuck. I'm humbled. I'm humbled that y'all are coming through and just, kicking it and engaging. Like, I don't know. I feel like for a long time I was shook to come back. I don't know why. But you start to be gone for so long. Like I'm one of those people where like if I am gone for too long or I don't get back for a long time, I start to get scared that like if I try to like be like hello, people will be like, don't be saying hello. You were not here. You left. Miley is everywhere. And I'm done with her. I thought we were done with Miley. I thought we were done. I thought that we decided that we were done with Miley. I thought we were off her. I did do the Bandersnatch episode. I did it multiple times. I had a good time. It was cute. But oh, there is this something is coming out. Oh, Yatoki, hey boo, I'm about to add you back. My favorite Black Mirror episode. Damn, it's hard. I love each of them for their own reasons. I feel like Nosedive though gives me so much life because I feel like Nosedive is really real, and I don't think people are clocking it. Like I think people are shook to clock it. Real talk. You know, nobody wants to say that we're being controlled by social media and we're forced to act accordingly or get canceled or just become, obsolete or no longer worth caring about. Like, people don't want to talk about that shit, but that shit is mad real. Like, Archangel's real. There's already white mamas putting chips in their kids' phone. I'm sure they like the member in like the 90s when they were talking about them teddy bears that could record stuff. They've been had that. They've been had the teddy bears watching the kids, and the nannies, the nanny cams and stuff, baby monitors, like that's not just for the kids. Like, scary real. Very scary. I feel like they're not equal. I feel like this one needs more of a wave or some shit. There's so many Jennifers. Yo, y'all see Trisha Paytas trying to provoke niggas wearing that blonde wig? I wish she would just sit her crazy ass down. I really do. I feel bad for Jason. Like, that's really his ex, bitch. Damn. I don't have no exes that I'm like worried about them, or I'm like, that bitch is, going through some really crazy shit. I'm grateful as hell. She really wants us to care about her. It's so sad because most of her fans are white. You feel me? Most of your fans are white. They don't care about you in an Afro wig, bitch. They don't. They want to see you in some good hair. That's what I don't get. She could really get some human. Like, I don't understand it. Like, she could really afford human, and yet here she is. Here she is again, just looking crazy, and I feel bad for the wig. They're tiring. They're tiring as fuck. She's deeper than a troll. She's like actually an unstable white woman, and people think it's cute, and it's unfortunate because she really do need some fucking help. You feel me? That's the worst part about it is, like, I see that she really does need help. She really do. But she is so addicted to money that she cannot go seek it because, notice, she says she got 5150'd, right? But really, she contradicted herself recently in an interview and said that she admitted herself to the hospital. So personally, I think that she's lying. Personally, I think that she's milking this. And the worst part about it is she actually does need help. Like, that's the worst part, is she really does need help and she's playing games. And it's just sad. But you know what though? You know what's a more pressing topic though? Can we talk about all of these barely fat people, like these very like thick people claiming body positivity and claiming that they love their bodies and shit, and then they use their platform to say that, like, you know, they don't want to change their bodies and things like that, and then they get, you know, surgery and they don't say shit. I think that's weird as fuck. That shit's weird as fuck to me. If you love your body and you want to change it, that's okay, but don't lie. um Rosie Mercado over here selling people food plans, talking about that's how she lost weight, when it's very clear she got elastic band surgery. When she got gastric band surgery, elastic band. When she got gastric band surgery, it's just very clear, and it's weird as hell to me. Highest key, very weird. I don't know why you would do that to your fans. I don't know why you would try to trick people into believing that, you know, you are losing weight in a healthy way. If you really did get help, because really, you know, there's people out there that want to go get that surge done. Tell them where you went. Help them out. If you had a good experience, you know what I mean? I don't get that. Like, if you really did go get a surge, why wouldn't you put somebody on? Because somebody probably wants to know. Like, personally, I don't want to get a surge. I don't want any surges. I feel like if I did ever get a surge, if I would never, but if I did get a surge, because I don't want it to seem as if like I'm anti-surge, because I know that like there are people out there who are super pro surge. There are people out here who are like natural bodies, and personally, I feel like if you want to do something, do it. But I also feel like if you do something, you know, you don't have to say, but don't lie. And if you are going to say, keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. You know, and speaking of surge, Queen girl, I just feel like she got too much booty. You know, I've never seen so much booty on such a little person, and part of me feels like Clarence probably influenced her to get it, and do all that she did, because she said she wasn't even going to do all that, but then she ended up doing more. She was like, "Oh, I got my back rolls sucked out," and I'm like, "Sis, Queen Naija." I'm not gonna lie. I know that a lot of folks don't support her. Um and I know that folks are not fans. I'm not saying I'm a fan, but let's be real, the internet is really like the YouTube game is really dead right now. And so sometimes I will catch a video, and I'm not gonna lie, I did get caught up in like the Clarence being a gold digger shit. Like, I was kind of into that for a little bit, so I was kind of hate watching just to see what people were talking about him being a gold digger, about him not really being in the queen. So yes, Lashana, hey boo, thank you for coming through, and shout out to you for registering for your classes. You better be on time, girl. Here's the thing: if we didn't live in a fat phobic society, I could say that. But because we live in a fat phobic society, I feel like everything that we do could be labeled as that. Like, if I go to the gym, couldn't that be labeled as internalized fat phobia? Even though it's really a personal choice, even though it's autonomy. So, in ways, I say yes, and it can be both. But I do think that if we're being real, even fat people going to the gym get shitted on for trying to seemingly change the body that people hate. So I can understand why somebody would say, fuck even going to the gym, fuck going to in a public place to work out, fuck being stuck in my house working out, fuck, you know, eating correctly. Like, I can understand why people would skip all that and just go, you know, to getting a gastric or getting a BBL, getting a lipo. I understand. But everything is. outside of just maintaining your body, like anything can be seen as you being fat phobic. Like consider it like this: if you and another fat person were hanging out and you decided that you wanted to eat healthy, and it got to the point where like you were obviously stocking your house with healthy food, that fat person could instantly feel like you're pushing that on them, even if you never say, you know, you should eat like me or we should eat together. Like I feel like even the idea that like a fat person needs to be, you know, influenced or can be influenced, I think it's part of fat phobia. I feel like it's a slippery slope because on one hand it's like I understand why somebody would want to get gastric bypass. I understand that because I feel like eating disorders are real. Just like there's women who feel like they'll never be able to not count calories and not look at their bodies and see what is really not there. There will be fat femmes who genuinely, you know, never will never be comfortable, you know? Even if naturally they are a larger person, they'll never be comfortable. See, my gym is mostly like regular ass people. Like I feel like that's the thing too. Like I have to be real. Part of me moving to Kentucky, part of me moving to Ohio, like I love being in these areas because I feel like first of all, the expectations on beauty are very low. I feel like living in Boston, living in New Orleans, living in Cali, living literally anywhere that I've lived, the beauty standard, Colorado especially, the beauty standard is very high. And so in Kentucky, me with a face beat and a hoodie, bitch, I could go to the club. I could go to the club in a hoodie, bitch, with a cute face, real tea. They don't care. And so part of me feels like, in ways like living out here, I just live for it because I feel like I don't have to. I don't feel that pressure because I feel like even if I do my eyebrows, I'm still giving I'm still giving. You know what I mean? I feel like whereas in New Orleans, bitch, I would feel so ugly if I left my house without doing my face, having my wig all the way beautiful and perfect. The beauty standard in NOLA is high. See, that's the thing. People see certain people in New Orleans and think it's not high, but I feel like what people don't realize is New Orleans is a tourist destination, much like Boston, much like Colorado. So it's not just people that live there. Not to mention, most people in New Orleans, if they don't live downtown, they're not really even in New Orleans. No tea, no shade. A lot of people is living in motherfucking Shreveport. A lot of people are living out in the sticks and shit. So their beauty standard is not high. But if you work downtown, the beauty standard is high. Like I work downtown most of the jobs that I had, so I had to look fucking cute. The tourists are always there. The only time tourists aren't there is in August. That's the only time you can really look busted. In New Orleans, low key, and plus it's too hot to wear makeup in August. So in August, we all are like really like it's fine. It's fine. We're all bald. We're all roasting in the sun. But I feel like in September we get it together. Do I prefer the South? Yes. Yes, I do. I really, really do. Um, but yeah, no. People, I feel like when I be in like certain forums, they be clocking like New Orleans ugly ass looks. And the thing is, if you shop at like a boutique, they're all influenced by like rainbow and shit. So it's never like super fly shit. It's just regular clothes. But I feel like if you are downtown in New Orleans and you ever just spend some time, you will see people looking beautiful and amazing and gorgeous and flawless. Like you will see this. But I feel like the people from there, they're not in the city, bitch. They're out wherever the fuck they are. So even like some basic ass like exchange or some basic ass Urban Outfitters will look fly. You know what I mean? Compared to, you know, the situation at hand. I'm not trying to hit on rainbow. I love a rainbow. I'm just saying like there are beauty standards in the city. I feel like the city of any place, like in the city in Cincinnati, I'm not gonna lie, it's still dead. I love Florida. I wish I could live in Florida, high key. Yes, many bugs, many bugs, many bugs, many bugs. Too many bugs. The only reason why I wouldn't want to live there is the bugs. Like the bugs really are detractors. They're detractors. The roaches don't even just fly, sis. They do backflips off people. Yeah, Colorado don't even really got no bugs. It's bunnies out there. I didn't really even see no bugs out there except for when my apartment had roaches. But outside of that, outside of when I had roaches, girl, there was no bug. There was not one bug that I ever did see, and I was grateful. It is really high, and it is really dry. I literally felt like in Colorado, I spent so much money on cocoa butter, shea butter, moisture, everything. It was just too much. It really irked me and it really made me depressed how much money it costs to stay hydrated out there. It was real bad. It is. I did. I have it right here. Got my big old tub. Still doing good. Still doing good. Still have a bunch. Still have a lot. Still beautiful. Still going well. But you know, I didn't realize how easy it was to make the shirts. Honestly, didn't even realize. Had no idea that you too could be moisturized. To make the whole thing under $50, cause I bought the sweet nut, sweet almond nut. I bought a jug of it for like 16. I'm not gonna add lashes. I don't really wear lashes. I'm not really a lash queen. I usually just do like a little cat eye and roll. I do my cat eye and I get the fuck out of there. That's what I do. Damn, bitch. I'm like, where did I put my black? I feel you. I don't shop at Bath and Body Works. I do not. I prefer to make my own everything if I can. I'm getting really into salves. I made my own shea butter scrub. That's my jam. That's my main jam. Favorite reality TV show? Probably I Love New York. Probably. I loved every second of it. But there are times where I watch it and I think to myself, that dudes are so shady. You know? And that like dudes will really, you know, go on a whole show and make it seem like they like you and shit. And really they're just fucking little rats. Like Mr. Boston was never gonna win. He was ugly. I hated seeing him. And then the one with the dog, that motherfucker was crazy as fuck too. I was shook for her. I was like, why is this motherfucker on here? I really do appreciate Tiffany Pollard though. Yes, it's important. You know, we need healing. Healing tones. Thank you. I'm trying to do too much. I'm going to Cheesecake Factory. I'm doing way too much to go to Cheesecake. You know what? I don't think Tiffany's mom was her real mom. I don't think so. I think they just found a very amazing actress. I'm gonna get the cheesecake balls. Excuse me, I'm gonna get the mac and cheese balls and the mac and cheese and probably a hamburger, honestly, because I really haven't had a hamburger in a minute, and their hamburgers are tasty. Yo, I be trying. You think that's her real mom? Okay, well, I love hamburgers, yo. Me too, bitch. The brown bread with the fucking yo, you are my friend. Like we are here. The brown bread with the butter. I recently got the carne asada medallions. That was pretty tasty. The shrimp is nasty. Don't get the fried shrimp from there. Um, the bang bang shrimp is good though, but the fried shrimp is nasty. But really, I've also had, oh yeah, I had the mac and cheese hamburger the last time, not the last time, the first time I went. It was good. Orange chicken, okay, come through. Not Moana, bitch. I'm so dead. I do watch Wendy Williams. I watched the Black China interview, and I was kind of excited for her show, but not really, because I want to see her with Rob. Like even though she says it wasn't a scam or whatever or a setup, I still want to just see them together. You know. Aw, thank you for coming through and chilling with us. Keep on holding on, babe. You are in the spirit. You are like right now in the company of some silly ass motherfuckers. We're gonna make you laugh, boo. I feel like I should have did some green. You know what? I've moved on from Rob. I'm in a healthy, committed relationship with Michael Douglas, and honestly, as long as Catherine Zeta-Jones stays in her fucking place, we're gonna be all right. Like I don't care that you was Frida, bitch. I don't care, and Michael don't neither. He's done with her. He's been done with her. He's been trying to get away from her. Listen, I don't be trying to tell all my business, but me and Michael been doing real good. We've been doing real good. You know, we've been doing healthy. We've been healthy. You know, we've been living out in Calabasas. I'm just in Ohio for a second. You know, I got a studio out here. I like to live low key. You know, there's elk out here, bison. You know, I go out in the mornings on my walks. How do I feel about Nipsey? No comment. I didn't know him. Um, I don't know him. Do I like Planet Fitness? No. I feel like they need to get a fucking pool. I'm sick of them. That's why I really don't like them. They need to get a fucking pool. Like, how you gonna have a hydroelectric massage and no pool? Get a fucking pool, y'all. Damn, like people will pay for your prices if you raise your pool, if you get a pool. Like that's the only reason why I have my gym membership is because they have a pool and a hot tub, sis. That's the only reason why the fuck I have that. Come through with the roof pool. Hey Celeste, thank you for stopping by. Oh, okay. So also, I wanted to share a story time while we're here, while we're connecting, you and I. So, girl, I caught a little lick, you know. I was doing bad for a time. Very ashy, very hungry. Just going through it all, bitch. Everything. And I want to say that in the middle of going through it all, you know, there was a ram in the bush, a bitch got paid, and I decided to do a little run. So my plan was, you know, to, you know, get an Uber, get a Lyft, and have them take me to like all the places I was trying to go. And so my goofy ass didn't even charge my phone. I was just like, as soon as I got the money, I was gone. Now, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. The dispensary literally was just about to open. And I got this older white lady who picked me up and brought me to McDonald's because I was like, bitch, bring me to McDonald's. I need to get my strength up. Let me go get some hash browns. And then I got my hash browns. Then, you know, we go to the dispensary. I wait, and the dispensary is literally set up like a waiting room of hell. There's a bunch of benches, and everybody's like looking at each other. It's hella fucking sketchy. Mainly because we're all here to get weed. You think it'll be a chill vibe? It's not. Everybody be like, and it's like, calm down, everyone. We're just chilling. But I'm telling you, and just like though, it was a lot of Caucasian people that you could tell had come from like the hills, had you could tell came from the hollers, the West Virginias, the sweet Alabamas, and they were just you know hyped that they were in a place where they could buy recreational weed. So their energy was all the way fucked up, and so it was just a lot. So I finally get out of there. You know what I mean? I did. I put on like two foundations actually. Um, no, it was the dispensary in. It was the Sweet Leaf. This it was called. It's like Sweet Leaf Aurora. It was the Sweet Leaf near the Save a Lot. It was like a Sweet Leaf near a Save a Lot and a Chinese food place. And so I get my weed right, and I got this big ass container of weed, and I'm walking like out of the spot, and my Uber lady, I asked her like what she was up to. I'm like, do you want to wait for me? And she was kind of just like, honestly, I'm trying to you know get to the other side of town, do 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 do. And I was like, all right then. So I let her live. So I walk over to this Mexican food, excuse me, this this Mexican food spot, and I'm like, yo, I'm about to go get me some tacos. I'm about to eat. I'm about to just live, and I'm feeling really good, like, cause I got my weed, I got everything. I'm rich in my heart, and so why the fuck, bitch? I go to this Mexican food restaurant, and I'm really feeling like really that bitch. And so I'm sitting at the counter, and I order a Patron. I've never ordered a Patron in my life. I'm not even a Patron type person. I drink wine. I drink Jameson, and so my goofy ass just dead ass ordered a fucking Patron out of nowhere. Corn. Corn. Flour if I'm at like a Chili's, but corn if I'm at a real spot. And so, so I ended up like getting my Patron. And the thing is, when I asked them for the Patron, tell me why, like they looked at me kind of crazy because it's really not the type of place where you're ordering Patron. It was very much like a little hole in the wall family spot. It was very like Selena y los Dinos, you know what I mean? Papayayos, you know what I mean? So I'm in there talking about let me get a Patron. They literally had to pull it off the top shelf. It was stuck, bitch, like it was part of the fucking spot. And so they poured me the Patron. I took it, and you know she was like, "Oh, that's gonna be like $10." I was like, "Wow, that's kind of crazy." I mean, I get excited about buying weed. It's exciting. I feel like buying weed is like it's so exciting. It's exciting to me. Like hiking, like I feel like, especially in Colorado, it's different. I feel like when you're able to pick what strain you get, that's when it's exciting. But I still feel excited when I get weed. But the process of buying it is exciting, especially like there's this one dispensary where you could like order online and go pick it up. And they would have deals of the day, and I tried so many strains through them. Like they had this one Lavender Jones. I didn't really like Lavender Jones because it was so fucking like indica. But I did like when they have like the sativa dominant hybrids and stuff like that. Like I had one that was like Lemon Jones, I believe, and it was so tasty. I'm dead. Well, I mean, weed can be addicting. But what was I saying? So, bitch, I'm wavy as hell. I'm off the Patron, and I decide next that, you know, I need to use the bathroom, but I feel like when I leave the spot off the Patron, I feel like I also internalize a lot of things. Like I had my bitch, I had my headphones on too. Like I feel like I be on this energy where like if I have my headphones on, I'm kind of in my own world. So I feel like once I took that shot of Patron, I put my headphones on and I got up. I felt kind of weird about being like, where's the bathroom? I don't know why. Just randomly had a moment, and so I didn't want to. I didn't want to bother anybody, right? So I end up leaving the restaurant and trying to go and like take care of myself like elsewhere. So I go to the Save a Lot and I get caught up because like even though I have to use the bathroom, I'm still a hungry hoe. And so I try and go get like a popsicle. Like you know how like they have like the Mexican like paletas where it's like really creamy and it has like the gumballs and shit at the bottom. Oh my god. They have those. And so I got one of those. I also got like a croissant and I went up to the cash register and it was a dude and I was like, yo, I was like, might I use your bathroom? You know, because I'm actually a customer, I'm paying. And he's pretty much just like, no. And I'm like, sis, like, really? Like, really? Mad frustrating. So I was not into that. I was like, bitch, I have to use the bathroom. What the fuck? And so I have a fucking ice cream now that I'm trying to eat fast because I'm also now trying to go to the Metro PCS to use the bathroom. And so I'm eating up my ice cream, running with my croissant. I'm drunk as fuck off Patron because I'm really not even a person that drinks like that. So I'm already feeling wavy. I got like a fucking ounce of weed in my bag. And the thing is, my bag is not even built to hold an ounce of weed. So it looks like I have an ounce of weed in my bag because it's one of those like ounce containers just poking out this. Like, bitch, I had a little side bag. Like, it wasn't even all that. So, like, girl. And so I get to the Metro PCS, fucking with an ice cream, like an ice cream popsicle or whatever, and I'm trying to like, you know, obviously seem like a customer because I feel like I don't want to be asking to use the bathroom if I'm not buying something, right? So I go to the Metro PCS and I pick out like this phone case or some shit, and he was just like, thank you, da da. And I was like, oh, can I use your bathroom? And he was like, no. And I'm like, bitch, I just bought this high ass case. Like, what the fuck? So at this point, I have a bag from Save a Lot of snacks. I also got food when I went to the Mexican food spot, but I hadn't ate it yet. Like I remember I ordered food and when I was waiting, I felt weird. That's why I ordered the fucking Patron. I felt weird waiting for my food because I knew I looked dusty. Like that was another thing. I feel like just because I had money, I wanted to run out and go do some errands, but I was dusty. So I wasn't really thinking about all that until I get to that restaurant, and it was one of those restaurants that has like a glass, like a mirror right above the bar. So I'm like at the bar looking at how dusty I am, and I'm like, let me just get some Patron because I know that y'all think that I'm broke, but really I have money. And so I drank the fucking Patron, and really now I'm drunk and fucking crazy. And so I just did too fucking much because I was feeling crazy and I was feeling wild about just like running out my house looking like I did, bitch. Also, it was one of those things where you ever just have the AC on in your house and think outside is not that hot, it's not that serious. And so whatever you're wearing in your cold ass house, you wear into this boiling sun. Bitch, I was wearing a fucking beanie and I swear to God I was sweating. I was like a fucking raisinette and I was trying my best to like just navigate the space. Like I was trying to just get the fuck out of here. And so I'm sweating, I have a beanie on, I look dead inside, and I'm at the Metro PCS trying to figure out where the fuck to go because I have to use the bathroom really bad. Bitch, the only place left was the fucking nail salon. That was the only place left. I had never got nails before. I have never been like, oh, let me go get some stilettos. Let me go get some coffin. Let me go get. I didn't even know the names at the time of what you could get. So I literally went in there and my whole plan was to just like pretend. So I go into the fucking nail salon and I grab like two colors and they were like, what do you want today? And I was like, a coffin stiletto with a French tip with a full set. And the lady looked at me like, because bitch, I was saying whatever I could because I have to use the fucking bathroom bad as fuck and I never got my nails done before. And so the lady basically was just like, sister, like, I'm gonna help you, but I don't know what the fuck to tell you. She just smiled at me like, you're fucking crazy. And so I go to sit down with her, and as soon as I sit down, I'm like, oh, might I use your bathroom? All of a sudden, like, might I actually step out for a second? And I end up like taking myself to the bathroom and staying in there for an entire episode of whatever, you know, Dr. Phil divorce court was on, bitch. I was stuck in that bathroom for 45. By the end of the bathroom time that I was in there, I had taken off my shirt and had like just put my back on the back of the toilet. Like I was literally dying inside. Like I had been boiled by the sun, and inside of me was also boiled. I felt like a human bowl of chili, and I was just like trying to like touch, just get cold. Like I was just feeling crazy. At the end of the 45 minutes in the bathroom, I start like courtesy flushing. I start, you know, spraying the floors with fucking Lysol because I just want the smell to rise. I want the smell to rise. And I'm fucking like, bitch, I literally went to the other end of the bathroom and crouched and started spraying it in the corner so that the smell would amplify throughout the room, bitch. I was like, I'm sure this is science. This will work. And so I'm washing my hands and I'm trying to come out of the bathroom and act like I wasn't just in there for a whole episode of fucking Dr. Phil, bitch. I really came out of there acting like I was in there for like 1 minute. And as soon as I came out, bitch, I know that they had smelled it. I know that they had smelled the poop. I know that they had smelled everything that had happened to me. And so when I came to sit down, the lady was working very fast. Bitch almost fucking blended off my goddamn thumbnail. Like my whole side of my thumb, bitch, was blended the fuck. I was like, wow. She ended up giving me nails that looked like pumpkin seeds. Like the nails that she first did were very, very long. And then I was like, sis, I can't. Like, I need you to take these down. And then she took them down too far. And it literally looked like I was just wearing little pumpkin seeds on my fucking fingers. And it looked awful. It looked so bad. And I was still trying to rock it like it was cute. But like, really, it was like a $45 mistake of my life. Like, it was a $45 shit that I took. And I really regretted it. Really, truly regretted it. It was so bad. It was so bad. And I was really trying to like make the best of it. I was like, I got my nails done, guys. But like in my heart, I knew. I was like, bitch, you don't want that. You just want to take a fucking dump, and this is what the fuck you get. So I told my friend, like one of my friends gets her nails done all the time. Her ass was was crying. She was like, bitch, you can't even get coffin and stiletto. She's like, bitch, that's not even. She's like, that cancels out. She's like, what are you talking about? She's like, they thought you were insane, probably. I was like, probably. I was like, I tipped her very well. Even though she like burned me with the buffer, I was like, I know that I caused some bullshit in your day. Like, I know that your day was different before you met me, and I'm sorry. Like, I didn't mean to bring this to your door. But that's how it be sometime. And then I feel like the whole time I was waiting for my lift, like, at the end of the day, I could have lifted home, but I was like, I need to use the bathroom immediately. I was like, I can't get in the lift and then go to my house, because I will take a shit on myself. I was like, it was that kind of situation where I was like, if I try to lift home, I'm fucked. I'm dying. I'm not going to make it. Just not possible. But I did scratch myself a lot, honestly. Like, I don't know how people with long nails live. I don't know how y'all live. I don't know how y'all do it. Y'all are so powerful. You're witches. Y'all are powerful as fuck. Like, I couldn't function all the way. Like, I felt like, yes, I guess my hand didn't even look cute, bitch. She didn't give me beauty with these nails. But I'm just like, I couldn't, like, there'd be times where I went to go scratch my nose and it would be like, rah. Oh, bitch, here's my thing. I feel like I never finger myself, so I'm super good with that. Like, I'm super technical when it comes to sex. Like, I want my toy. I no longer fuck with batteries, bitch. I'm past that. That's childish. Get you a plug-in unit. That's cordless, bitch. Let's do this. And actually, bitch, can I tell y'all the best toy I've ever had, I'm using currently? It is a back massager with multiple attachments. The power, girl. Like, the clitoral stimulation is delicious. Truly. and it runs for 15 minutes before shutting off. But I promise you, in those 15 minutes, you can bust at least 10 nuts. Like, it is the longest 15 minutes of life. I'm telling you. Like, you think 15 minutes is short, but it's really not. Not with that powerful. Not with that powerful, bitch. Girl, it's called a Renpho. Renpho. And it's a back massager, okay? It's a back massager. It's $40. It is on Amazon, bitch. I'm telling you, I'm gonna also be real. It is a back massager, you know what I mean? So I bought two. I have one for my puss, one for my back. One for my puss, one for my back, bitch. It's really that, bitch. Like, low key, it started off as a real back massager. I was not gonna use it for that. But I gave myself a neck massage that was so amazing that I said, I need to now try this on my puss. And I'm glad I did, bitch. Changed my fucking life. I had to buy a second one though, because I couldn't alternate. It was past that. Bruh. It's the best. It's like $39. It's on Prime. Listen, and it's thick too. It's thick, and it has a grip on the end. It has a nice plastic grip on the end, and it's thick. I feel like if you have a fat pussy, I feel like it's hard because Hitachis that I've bought in the past, the head of it gets trapped in my mons, in my lips, not in my mons, but like in my lips. My lips squeeze it to death. And so that's why I can't play with the Hitachis. I need something that's like a hard, stable situation that my pussy cannot crush. Because my pussy will crush a Hitachi. Like, I've definitely ripped off the top of like 3 Hitachis in my whole life. And if I don't rip off the top of them with my puss, something else happens to them. I feel like they just burn the fuck out. They just die. So I feel like it's 9 times out of 10 my puss gripping it and like he-manning and hulking it till it's dead. And so this one, it's pussy grip safe. If you have a pussy that can grip, that can hold, you will find that this is bomb. There's another one that I'm gonna have to look it up. It actually has a 90-degree angle in it, and it has a plastic grip, and it's like pink and white. It's really cute, and it was bomb because you didn't have to like bend. You know what I mean? Like, you literally could just like hold it like straight, and then it bent for you. You know what I mean? Since it already had like a crook in it, you could literally do more. It could get up inside. You know what I mean? Get up inside. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it can get up in, and that's important to me. I feel like if you have a chubby puss, if you have a thick puss, if you have a plus size puss, if you have a BBW puss, if you have a BBW anything, if you're using it for booty, if you're using it for ball, if you're using, you know, these Hitachis and you have any thickness, any grip, you know, if any part of your body can grip, be careful. Be careful out here. You know, you need something stable because the Hitachis, they will, like, especially if you're like me, like, I feel like, I don't know how y'all be touching on yourself, but I feel like I do a side thing. I feel like I stimulate the side of my clit more than the top of it. The inner, like, I feel like it's like a side. It's like I go on the left, I go to the right. I feel like I'm more of a lefty than I am a righty, but sometimes I'm feeling righty. You know, but I feel like with that being said, I feel like if you're leaning it, then the neck of it, it's not stable. You know, it can do a bunch of spinning and shit, but it's not stable. It's just not. And we deserve better than that as the fat pussed. As we are fat pussed, we should be blessed. Word. I feel like the right is kind of sensitive for me. I feel like the right is kind of like, woo. You know, the left has some tolerance. You know, you gotta keep it on the north side. The east or the west. Yo, what do y'all think about Kanye and this church shit? Jennifer, that's real. You know, you may need to try something different. You know, I know for a long time I was doing shower heads, like the detachable shower heads. Woo! I had to leave those alone for a little bit though, because it was doing too much for me. Like I was using, you know how like you move the shower head and it's like a gun. It's like shooting water at you. Like that was what I was like fucking with at one point. I was like literally water blasting myself, and so I had to get off that because I feel like I was losing sensitivity. And then I started messing with this back massager. You said the church is a cult. Oh, I believe that. Ooh, true. You smart. I agree. I agree. I think at this point Kanye is I don't know, like I feel like a lot of black folks are not fucking with him, but I feel like he's still operating. I don't know. I feel like it is a image revamp because I feel like a lot of us are really not fucking with him. So I feel like what could he do besides fake? Basically my package was stolen from, and so I just ended up contacting ASOS and they gave me a credit for everything that was taken. So that was cool. But because it's ASOS, obviously they're not doing a sale on the things that I was trying to buy. The things I was trying to buy, most of them are fucking gone. But some of the things are just like not on sale anymore, and I'm like, girl, I'm not gonna buy a white dress that's not on sale because I already know I'm gonna fuck it up. So if it's not on sale, it's not worth it to me. And I was already gonna dye it anyway, so I was like, bitch, I will wait. I am a frugalista. I feel like it's hard to buy from ASOS like as a size 26 because I feel like they do not give a fuck. They're like, that bitch, lose weight. Like that's how I really feel. I feel like it's a size 26. I feel like the energy is lose weight. The energy is get a surge. Like I feel like that's what people don't realize is like when you're trying to buy clothes and they don't even have clothes for you. Of course you would get a fucking surge. Like if you're telling me if I got a surge, I would be eligible to wear over 1,000 clothes, over 1,000 pieces of clothing that I am not being able to wear right now. Like that's a whole different ball game. Like we're just in a whole different time, and I don't think that they'll ever really give super plus size people a visibility. Unfortunately, who Kanye? Hell no. I feel like you know what? Where do all the canceled people go? That's what I always wonder. Like where do they go? To white people. Let's be real. Like I feel like look at Azalea. Who's her friends right now? So just things that I wonder. Where the Ducks go in the winter. Bitch, I'm dead. Come through. Coming through. Yes. You know, I'm spoiled out here in Ohio. Don't nobody know what a baby hair is out here. Bitch, as long as they can see this little piece right here, as long as they see a little bit of scalp, you feel me? I feel like as long as I'm not wearing a headband on my hairline, people think it's yours. Like Lois Key. As long as there's no headband on your hairline, motherfuckers will be like, that's her hair. It is Cynthia. I feel like it looks almost like a crochet braid. Almost. I feel like with this one you gotta really get in. Come through. La Synthetica. Yes! Carmen! I love you. So this is the box she came in. It's called What Lace? And it basically is just an improved hairline than what is usually typically available. And there's also 6 inches of parting space. So that's pretty dope. 6 inches this way, 6 inches that way. And the inner crown, it also includes like the baby hairs, and you can also get, you know, right here as well, like right behind, over here by the ear. I feel like this is like the real piece. You know what I mean? When you can kind of customize this piece right here and lay it just so, that'll really give you the realness. So I'm gonna try to work on it some more, but I just want to chill with y'all, you know, and hang out and spend some time. I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a long time. I'm just grateful that y'all are hanging out, you know, wanting to chill, and also share, you know, share things that you guys have been going through, and you know, news stories that you've seen that you think that we should talk about and discuss. Because I feel like a lot of the best topics come from y'all. Y'all be on the beat. Thank you so much. Yes. I feel like the beauty supplies are kind of dead out here. I went to a beauty supply. Ooh, sidebar though. I have some tea. For anybody out here about to get braids, they have this weave on this pack hair called Aquatech. Okay, it is weave that repels water. I used it to do some box braids, and bitch, when I was swimming with my box braids, it was just, my hair was dry instantly. It was perfect. And if you'd like to do crochet braids with some straight hair, I feel like you could do that too. Adora, I feel like reading about that story, um, I feel like that's fucking depressing that, you know, that even happened to her. I feel like truly whenever anything bad happens to black people and they give them like millions of dollars, I never think it's enough. Because if you think about it, if white people do anything to you that they gotta pay you millions, it'll never be enough. So many of us are owed by white people. But the ones that actually get it, girl, you know they done fucked up. You know they did something that even they know they gotta pay for. So that's where I'm at with that. I'm telling you, and it's not even that loud. I feel like it's very quiet. It's a hum. It's a quiet hum. I feel like if you got a nice blanket, a weighted blanket, or even just a comforter, I feel like if you double it up, I don't know about y'all. I feel like when I masturbate, I like to be under the covers. I feel like I can't just be masturbating all willy nilly. I can't just be out here busted out like a cat. I just can't be out here like that. I gotta be in my bed. I gotta be comfy. I gotta have eaten a good snack. You know, two pillows behind my head, a body pillow in half, bitch. You know, supporting my neck, supporting my head, supporting my shoulders. You know, I gotta be comfortable. I can't just be out here. Like, I tried to masturbate on the couch the other night, and I was like, yo, I feel crazy. I was sitting on the couch like, what is this? Really trying to try something new, bitch, trying to spice it up. Hell no, I had to turn it off. Same. And then you throw off the covers, and then you do like, you know, you throw up your legs and jump off the bed. You're like, I'm leaving sin behind. Yo, can I tell y'all something kind of crazy? In my time away from y'all, I tried stand-up comedy, and I want to tell y'all a little story time since I know yesterday was crazy because like I really love talking to y'all. Like, if motherfuckers is asking me questions, I want to answer them all. But I know if I'm telling a story, I gotta stay with the story. I gotta. That's me. That's not y'all. So I saw the comment. I'm gonna try to keep it. You know, I'm trying to acting. Okay, so I went to this open mic. I was told about this open mic by this Asian woman, who her name, I believe her name was Nina, and she basically was telling me that she was gonna do an open mic that was for people of color, specifically, and then an open mic that was like for anybody to go. And I missed the people of color open mic, and I ended up going to the anybody can go one, and there was only one white person there, and it was the Asian woman's husband. And I literally was like, You know, I did a couple sets in my house with my friends. My friends are all people of color, and so they were all laughing, and it was great. So why the fuck when I went to this all people's fucking open mic, bitch, I got up there and, as I said, it was only one white person in the crowd. I said, bitch, I'm so like, I'm dead because, bitch, ugh, let me calm down. I'm just getting embarrassment again from like the moment. Like it played again in my heart, and I was like, oh. So I get up there, bitch, and there's like a stage, and it's kind of podunk. It's kind of, you know, wooden floorboards type vibe. Like it's not anything too extravagant, but the mic is in my hand, and I say, y'all ever realize, or like y'all ever notice that white people smell like wet dog when it rains? And literally nobody laughed, and I literally was like, ah. And I'm not gonna lie, it was the funniest joke I told in my house. Like all my roommates were dying laughing. Everybody thought it was funny. But when I got on stage, everybody was like, wow, bitch, you're gonna say white people smell like dog when it rains? And I'm like, they were mad. So I immediately had to change my joke strategy because I realized we were not going to be able to go the original way. Thank y'all. I appreciate. Thank you for the laughs that I missed. But I immediately had to change my strategy, bitch, because I was like, oh, I see. Like I cannot roast white people here this day. So, bitch, tell me why. I started talking about how like when you masturbate, like I was like, you know, every time I masturbate, it's always a new experience because even though I have a bookmark that is about 300,000 links deep, I always need something new. I'm like a porn connoisseur. I will literally have my laptop on my stomach and be scrolling through like, no, this bitch looks crazy. No, that dick is not big enough. No, the set is low budget. Like I literally have so many standards, and I will really not even go to a search bar. I will just be going through the porn like no, 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 no. This is boring. This is boring. And then for some reason, the only porn that I actually want to see is porn clearly made in a trap house, where no one really cared about audio. Nobody really cared about lighting. Nobody really cares about the angles. I'm just seeing an ass bouncing on a dick on a couch that has been burned severely. And what is that I spy? Garguts? Magnificent. That is my favorite porn. My favorite porn is porn where you're not really sure if this is real or if somebody is, you know, you know, just posting their faves. You know, I'm not like I like porn where I'm pretty sure this is a hidden camera. You feel me? Like low key, my favorite porn is porn where there's no acting, where people have acne, where booties have scars. You feel me? I live for a cellulited booty that looks like a fucking French cruller. Like I'm into that. Like if the booty is shaped like a big ass French cruller, and there's wiggle. You feel me? If I see hair, if I see a butt crack that has some rolls on it, I'm with it. I feel like that is what I'm looking for. And people were gagging, they were loving it. But I was like, I really want to say white people smell like dog when it rains again, but I know I'm gonna bomb. But literally, bitch, they were making me mad because I was like, yeah, of course I can talk about being into porn, and you know, wanting to be sexual. Like, of course I can do that, but I can't critique whiteness. I was so mad, bitch. I wanted to pop out. I wanted to pop out so bad because people were laughing. I was like, well, maybe I'll just say it real quick because they're already laughing. But I was like, no. I was like, they already hated it. They already came for you, bitch. They already dragged you. They already told you leave it alone. With their voices, like body language was off. The white person in the crowd was looking hurt. He was looking real hurt. I was like, it ain't even raining today, Ned. Calm down. I don't smell you. You straight. But you can't choose how they're gonna react, bitch. You can't choose. But all the black folks that was in there was looking at me like I was crazy. Like, wow. They were like, wow, bitch. I really wish I would have went to the only people of color one though, high key. Yo, I'm not, but I saw a commercial. It looked kind of cute. Low-key, I'm trying to emotionally prepare to start Game of Thrones. I feel like y'all were loving it for a long time. Now I'm hearing that it ended whack. Y'all don't know how y'all fuck up bystanders' minds. I'm a bystander. I never seen it, and now all of a sudden people hate it. I'm glad that it's the end. I'm glad that it ended and y'all hate it. Versus y'all hating it the whole time and me having to hear about that. But I'm sad though, high key. Me neither. I felt no need to see it. People kept telling me it's hella white people. They're like, it's hella white, it's hella white. It be like that sometimes. Sometimes, you know, we don't get closure. You know, look at Girlfriends, you know, we don't get no closure. They want to do a Girlfriends movie. I'm kind of shook. I'm good. I feel like there's hella pedophilic shit happening all around me. Like, in terms of media, like, I feel like every time I turn around, I'm seeing some pedo shit. And it's really distressing because I feel like I never noticed it as much as I do now. And part of me is like, damn, was I like not seeing it? Or like, am I just now being educated, you know? At least that's how I feel right now. Ooh, ooh. And I, ooh. And I, ooh. And we're dead. And light is like, no. All right. Light. Oh my god. Okay. It will be posted as a YouTube video. Do not worry. Yes, yo, I broke my gold light off my lighter or whatever, and I'm so mad because I feel like this silver light do not give me no love, but the yellow light, ooh, the yellow light be making me look hella cute. So I'm about to go back to that yellow light because this one is just hella harsh, hella harsh. It makes me look like I look like Ash. Let me stop. But yeah, no, this is like my new favorite wig, y'all. I know it's looking crazy, but trust and believe, like the hairline is already cute. It just needs to get thinned out with a razor. But I don't want to do nothing crazy right now because I'm on camera. There really is. There really is. Yo, can we talk shit about YouTubers that we watch or that we check for but we don't really check for? Because I want to talk a little bit of shit. You know who I don't like? Colleen. Y'all like Colleen? I don't like her at all. I feel like she is pimping her baby. Yeah, me neither. Raven is boring as fuck. I feel like Raven is so boring. I feel like Raven is crazy for having her baby out here, you know, with that dude who's an abuser. That dude Craig, girl, they done got all his records and shit. He done been abusive in the past, child. Thank you. I feel like every video, she said she wasn't going to become a mom blog. That's all she does now because she don't got nothing else. No tea, I'm not trying to be shady. I feel like her personality is fun, but all it is her baby. And I wouldn't say shit if she wouldn't have said, if she would have said I'm going to become a mom blog, I would have been like, cool. But now all she does is buy things off Wish and be like, look at my baby wearing Wish clothes. Look at my baby wearing Wish hats. And I'm like, wow, did you even watch that shit? She really got shit straight out the pack putting it on her baby. Who does that? I feel like that's really crazy. Like, would you buy something off Wish and put it on your baby's skin for real? I'm sorry, like that's why I think she's pimping her kid. That's too much. Like, you're really looking for a view that hard that you can't even watch something. I feel like Zaya, she's a prop to Raven. It's obvious, and it's sad because she's building this house, and really she needs to build a relationship with her child that is off camera. I feel like the way that she treats Zaya, you can tell off camera they don't have a good relationship. Like, you could tell that it's just about bribing her, you know. She's giving her gummy treats to do things for camera, and at some point, Chris, brought it to the courts for her to have to take her off the camera and not put her on the camera no more. So, I wonder why he rescinded that. But it's just strange to me. Like, I just feel like, why would you want to put your baby on a platform where you don't know where that could end up? You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I feel like, you know who else I don't really like? Maze Lee. I feel like I feel like all they care about is having babies. I don't feel like they care about their children. I feel like they're just popping out kids, popping out kids, popping out kids. And it's just like, part of me feels like they're exotifying their kids. Like, every time they have a kid, they're trying to clock how Korean they look or not. That's sad. That's really sad. That makes me sad to hear. Because there's times where, like, I've been on YouTube talking about my real life, and like, maybe, if I was in a better place, I wouldn't have put that out there, but I did because I didn't feel heard. I wanted to be heard, and so I can't imagine someone like growing up and being online so much so that like they don't have a choice like that. You know what I mean? I feel like I was fortunate to grow up in a time where like the internet was like optional. Now I feel like it's almost like it's mandatory. Like, if somebody is like, when a child is born, it's just normal to like share that child with the world, versus sharing that child with your family and friends. No comment on Chef Tony. She seems like she's a good mom. She seems like she tries her best, to make sure that Raven's doing right by that baby, and that's all I can hope for. Yo, what do y'all think about this beef with Hazel Lee? I wasn't gonna talk about it, but it's making the blogs. People are giving it shine. Apparently, Hazel's trying to get on Love and Hip Hop. Personally, I'm kind of hype for the drama because I love to see Hazel just because people always be dragging her. It's like she's my favorite villain out of all the villains in the world. I love her because I feel like she deserves it. Like, she actually deserves to get shitted on, and it just feels good. So basically, Hazel Lee is trying to say that the City Girls stole a song from her, but the reality is that I think Little Yachty wrote a song that she wants to believe was influenced by her and her flow. But what she doesn't realize is that she doesn't have a flow to steal. Nobody was checking for her. Like, I feel like if people check for you and someone steals your work, okay. I feel like if someone's work doesn't sound anything like yours and no one's checking for you, you look foolish. That's exactly what it is, though. Here's the thing. Hazel is a colorist, like, and we're dragging colorists. Like, that's just the vibe today. That's just our vibe. We're dragging them. We have to. Honestly, as a light skinned person, we have to drag our people. We have to drag those of us who are fucking colorists. We have to. Because the gag is, the more that we accept colorism as people who are less affected by it, still affected, but less affected, we are literally gatekeeping it continuing. Like, that is just the tea. Like, I feel like just like white people have to divest from privilege in order to, you know, recalibrate we as well have to do the same thing. Like, we have to acknowledge when it's time for us to not talk about some shit. You know what I mean? Like when Loquisha came out, I waited and I took some understanding from darker skinned women's perspective. I wasn't gonna sit up here and act like Loquisha was something that was 100% affecting, all fat black women. We know that Precious, Rasputia, Big Mama's house. We know who they're trying to come for. We know that it is a targeted attack. When they use fat, light skinned black women, they often use us to project this idea that, we once we lose the weight, we will be beautiful. That is the often trope of the light skinned fat black woman, is that if we just lose weight, we can ascend into our privilege. With black fat women who are darker skinned, that is never on the table. There is never a Cinderella storyline where it just takes, believing in yourself to win. And I feel like that is part of how colorism does pigeonhole, and it does give this false narrative that if you are fat and dark skinned, that there is this energy, that there is never beauty for you to ascend to, that you'll never be an innocent, that you'll never be worthy of this redemption arc that is often offered to characters who are fat. And even if we're talking about a non-black fat person, like, they are offered, as beauty symbols. Like, look at Amy Schumer. There are so many fat white women who literally look at her and really think that she's doing it for them. She's really representing them in the way that they want to be represented. And I also think, isn't it fascinating that, like, fat white women use their platforms, in my opinion, just to be, like, really gross and, like, really just vulgar in this way that I feel like women of color could never, because we're seemingly, no matter how much we have the privilege to be getting to femininity or to be included, our femininity is still debatable whether or not we're willing to perform as feminine. So, whether or not I'm willing to put on a lace front and perform and give you this illusion of beauty that obviously I had to work for. I started putting on my makeup on Periscope, and I feel like that shit's important. I feel like there were times where, like, I couldn't even fathom going online or going on YouTube without my makeup, or even without a wig, or even without, some kind of maintenance done to myself. And the reality is more often than not, most of us are constantly in a state of getting ready or getting to the beauty, when the reality is, the beauty that we actually are is so unique and so not commodifiable. That's why they want us to hate our beauty, because they can't sell you anything that you already naturally possess. You know what I mean? Like, they can't sell you on something that you already have, so they have to make you hate what you have in order to covet something else. They can't big you up. They can't make you feel like what you have is enough. That can never be the message in capitalism. They can never make you feel good as you are. You're never enough. That is always the sentiment. And so I think, with that being said, when we think about how the media portrays us when we're fat, the narrative, especially when people are darker skinned, fat black femmes, there is this narrative that, you need to be able to always give, always share, always educate, always love, always serve, in order to be seen as good, in order to be seen as acceptable. And I feel like that's a shitty narrative to sell to women who, are not just existing in this bubble of white supremacy, but also are combating with, like, the effects of colorism. Like, colorism is honestly never a topic enough in our mainstream society's depictions of things we need to work on as a society. Colorism is high key always just like a quick little a quick little a quick little dash that they throw in there, that, oh, this person is light skinned, or, oh, this person is too dark. Like they'll throw in something really small, a little jab, in order to kind of, give you a vibe, but they definitely won't, dive into it. They won't just take a bite and let folks, really get into the origins and really get into the experiences of darker skinned folks, and talk about not just, the instances of colorism that are happening, with darker skinned people in media, but also interlateral racism, being around other black folks and still somehow being at the bottom of a caste that's at the bottom. I feel like that's a unique perspective to consider. That when we talk about privilege and we talk about oppression, we have to be real about where we're assessing people are coming from, because we also have to be willing to acknowledge that the narratives of darker skinned black fat femmes in media is always from low income, always from low class seemingly. There is rarely ever depictions of fat black femininity that has dark skin, in a positive capitalist light. There's there's so much to be said about representation being survival, but it's really important to note that if you're growing up and all you see are fat black femmes being degraded, then it literally paves the way for you to be sucked up in our lookist culture that literally tells us that we are one filter away, one ring light away, one makeup shade away from getting to the beauty. And I really think we should super strive to try to, decolonize, but also divest from this idea that, when we put on makeup and when we put ourselves together, that we're not in some ways, um, trying to get to the beauty, trying to put on and perform in some ways. Um, I feel like, I hear a lot of people talking about what femininity is or isn't. And I think that a lot of femininity these days is, it comes across as all it can be is beauty. Do y'all notice that? That anytime we're discussing something being feminine, it's always a debate on whether or not there's a beauty there. And I feel like when we're asserting that beauty is the only thing we care about when it comes to feminine representation, then we're automatically saying there is a hierarchy there where if you don't meet a certain criterion, you're not a femme, you're not beautiful, you're not worthy of even hearing or listening to. And I think that there needs to be more conversation surrounding what it means to be beautiful and what it means to be ugly and what it means to live in a society that prefers, you know, femmes to be high femme. We are living in a society that expects femininity to be lip glossed and mascaraed and long haired and contoured. Like, we expect these things of femininity, and how that also fits into the narrative of colorism. Like, when we see darker skinned black women, why is it that when we're clocking the beauty, oftentimes there is a size, oftentimes there is a certain skin tone, even if it is darker skinned, there is a certain darker skin tone that is, given still precedence over. So even within hierarchies, there are hierarchies. So with that being said, for anyone to really ever critique a darker skinned person for doing this or that, I feel like we have to acknowledge that the hierarchy exists within itself. It is unravelable. It is one of those things where people are constantly living within a system that is also eaten by a larger system, and so on and so forth. And this is not to say that there's not harmful things happening that darker skinned people internalize and go through, but it's to say that, truth be told, unless you are a darker skinned person, and honestly, unless you're going through this, I don't think it's our place. I think that there's certain topics that I don't think that lighter skinned people should even comment on. And I feel like one of them is also Little Kim. I think a lot of us have said a lot of things about Little Kim, myself included. And I just personally feel like, you know, she and all the things that she's gone through has informed her decisions to change her body, you know? I appreciate you. But I feel like at the same time, I feel like the idea that I'm femininity when I'm, also trying to explain that like I had to do a lot of work to get here. I had to do work to get eyebrows. Eyebrows are part of femininity these days. I feel like there was a time where people didn't even think about eyebrows. If you had some hair up there, you had some hair up there. Getting them done was about as much as people really put into it. People were just getting their wax and going. Um, I mean, I feel like it's obvious to me. I feel like Kim doesn't accept herself. Kim doesn't accept the truth that she is a dark skinned black woman, and she would prefer that a lighter skinned black woman a lighter skinned black woman, or not even a black woman, played her because she wants to live that legacy. And I feel like if you are a young person and you were to watch a Little Kim, biopic because you were a fan, at this point, yes, you can see, obviously, if you look, pictures of her not looking as darker skinned, but people go out of their way to still post pictures of her as she was, as she looked. And in ways, I do think that that's a form of bullying because y'all know she's not happy like that, and I feel bad because I feel like people want to go out of their way to like remind her, and I know that it's not all malicious, but I feel like if you could take one moment to consider that like she could be 100% in her right state of mind, and she just feels like that's what she prefers. We don't have to like it. We don't even have to really accept it because she's not in our life. But that is an unfortunate and real aspect of colorism and anti-blackness, that like someone who is beautiful, beautiful as hell, could really not see that. It happens every goddamn day, doesn't it? There are people right now, probably in this chat, who feel fat, who feel overweight, who feel not attractive. But the reality is, just because other people can see you in your best light, or just because other people see you and say, this person is beautiful, or you're beautiful. Like there are so many people out there that want to get work done, and people will really say to them, "You look great to me," but that doesn't matter. I feel like a lot of us don't realize that when we try to tell somebody that they look great, or that they they're looking good, sometimes like people really don't want to accept that shit, and like we have to just let it go. And it's hard because I'm really one of those people where I'll be like, if someone's always, dogging themselves, I'll be like, yo, you look great. Like, I just feel like we gotta big each other up. But there's so many people out here who are like, no, I'm ugly as fuck, leave me alone. And so you kind of have to live, like, you kind of have to move on. And you kind of can't harass somebody into thinking that they're beautiful or they have worth. And I also think another tip, I don't think that we can always expect people to love themselves, We can't expect that, Obviously, it's nice. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we all loved ourselves? Fuck yeah. But let's keep it 1,000. Not all of us are going to love ourselves. Not all of us are going to be there. And we have to accept that about other people, that people are just not able to meet you where you are. And that's okay. There's so many people that I wish could get to where I'm at, and love themselves, in ways that are, as big and as bright. But I have to be real. That's not everybody. Not everybody is going to get there with you. And it's really exciting to be in a place where like mentally you're like, I love myself. I feel, I feel great in my skin. But you have to please let people realize that shit for themselves, because not everybody is going to ever get to that place. Not everybody is going to be like, I'm worthy, I have worth. Just not everybody. And it's unfortunate because I feel like it's the truth. We all have worth. We all have so much to give and to offer. We're all dynamic and capable of really great things. But believing that, really believing that, so hard, because there's so many things that probably have happened to us that make us not believe it. There's so many people in our life who might have just walked out on us, and so we think, oh well, if I was really great, then they wouldn't have left me. As if somebody else can measure your worth or your greatness, or somebody leaving your life somehow dictates that you're not worthy. I feel you. I have a lot of fat friends in college like that who would like make fun of themselves all the time. Like they would stay being like, "Oh, I'm fat as hell," or be like, "Damn, I'm big," or like just be saying things about themselves that were really mean. And I would be like, "Damn, like why? Like why do you do?" But I understand that if you make fun of yourself first, people won't feel the need to, it's almost like people, and in some ways it's almost like doing that kind of reaffirms that like you deserve that treatment. I feel like that's part of it. It's like if you're doing that to yourself, it's because you know that that's what other people think that you deserve, and you don't. Nobody deserves to be bullied or treated like they're less than because they're fat. I feel like that's the thing that's the most wildest thing, or not, or don't look like other people expect them to look, because that's the other thing too. Like if you think about it, we all grew up like little balls of flesh, and we learned through watching TV and through watching other people um exist, like how to actually look. Like when I first started putting on makeup, bitch, my eyebrows, oh my god. But that was like part of the journey. So part of me kind of feels like part of the journey for some of y'all is acknowledging that like there are so many people that helped shape you. You are every person that you've ever met. Anybody that's ever influenced you for the best or the worst, like that is part of your story. And so honor that, like honor the reality that like other people help shape you, and you didn't get here alone, but you move forward alone. You do. Some people, you gotta leave their shit behind. Some people bring stuff into your life and you gotta not carry that, and it's hard because sometimes you want to carry it, sometimes it almost feels right to carry it. If somebody puts something in your life, put some self-doubt in your life, put some trauma in your life, you really feel like, well, this is my life, this is what I've been doing. I've been carrying the baggage. What's one more bag? It's true. It's true. It's like I want to have kids so bad, but there's a part of me that knows that I would have so many expectations just because of things that didn't go right in my life. Like I would really want my kids to just take every opportunity. You know what I mean? Like I'd want to put them in the best schools I could afford, and do my best as a parent to offer them every opportunity. But I feel like that could set me up for expectations of my child when my child is a whole human. So there's so many ways that I feel like our childhoods can inform us and make us behave in certain ways. um Thank you. I appreciate. I appreciate y'all for still checking in, just sending me love. It's been a wild ride. You already know. You already know. Listen, these paintbrushes be working. They're soft as hell too, and it's animal cruelty free. No PETA, no pizza, no pizza can come for me. Cruelty free. Damn, I feel like people are going hard with the cruelty free these days. They're like, "Girl, is it cruelty free though?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes. No animals was harmed. We're good. Trust." You know what? I'm like really annoying because I keep acting like I'm about to do some more stuff, and I'm really not. I'm really just sitting here taking these damn curls out. I feel like the curls in this unit are so my favorite. I really wish the unit was longer. It's pretty long, but I would want it down all the way down. But it's pretty. She's girl. She's long, but I want her longer. I love a long hair, bitch. It's like a cape. I love the way it lays. Wait till I slay this piece right here, sis. Like she's coming together and she's so soft. I'm obsessed. And it doesn't feel crazy. It feels very close to human. I know it's not human, that's why I can't feel the human, but it's soft. It's like if a Caucasian touched it, they couldn't even tell. They couldn't even tell, let me tell ya. I don't wear a wig every day. I wear a wig for taking photos and running some errands, but usually I'm wearing my natural hair. Usually, I don't even take my wig out the pipe until I'm gonna go do something. Like, wigs for me are like special occasion. I'm filming. I will be here with my natural hair. I feel like I used to be very self conscious of my forehead, but now you know what? Like, I have a forehead. It's big. You wanna know why? Because I have a big ass brain, and that's where I'm at with it. You know, yes, I do have a 5 head. Why? Because my brain big. Okay, I got a big ass brain because I be thinking a lot. And I'm not mad about that. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. But when I wear my lace front, I'm gonna pull it down. You know, the big forehead comes in handy, girl, because I don't gotta wear no stocking cap. You see all this? That's forehead, bitch. Peeking through, giving scalp. Look at that. Blessed. Blessed. Alright? I got that baby beluga. I got a little hump. So I can put the wig on it and give it 3D. Oh no, my head is big as hell. That's why this wig looks so damn full on the top. This is all head. You know what? I'm not even tripping on Sensational. They don't have to sponsor me at all. I'm so fine with that. But I am trying to find me a human hair vendor to let me get some bundles so I can make a wig. Bitch, why the fuck? I asked this company, girl, because I hit up this company that had like 2,000 followers. I was like, what up, sis? How do I feel about big boobs? I'm jealous. I wish I had some big titties. My titties are still small. I gained 100 pounds in 3 years, and my titties are still little. Only my booty grew. Only my booty grew this whole time. I was so mad. But yeah, I just feel like, you know, I was trying to hit up this company. They had like 1,200 followers, and I was like, hello. I was like, I would love to do a collab in exchange for some hair. And the bitch was like, oh yes, that sounds great. And I was like, thank you so much. I was like, so what are you thinking? What would you like? And she basically hit me back and was like, cool. That's it. And then I messaged her again, like the next day, being like, hey, like, if you're not interested in working with me, I completely understand. I'm just trying to check in. And then she messaged back, being like, sure. And then I said, all right, so I'm still super interested in working with you. What can you offer? Bitch, it took her 6 days to tell me that she could offer me free lashes. I was like, you have 1,200 followers. Girl, if you hook me up with a human, why would people not go to you? What are you doing? I don't understand that. That shit really bothered me. Like, why? But at the same time, I understand. I get it. I understand. Like, I get it. I get not wanting to give away free product. I don't get drawing it out for like 6 days. That's why I was saying earlier. I'm like, fuck these human hair companies, because you be hitting them up. I even hit up this other company about this unit that she had that was pink, and she took like 5 days to tell me the price, even though she kept on messaging me stuff that didn't have anything to do with what I was asking, and it was just like, y'all need to get a website. I'm not calling no WhatsApp for no wig. Honestly, yo, before I leave, my my favorite thread on Lipstick Alley is the one that's called "So I bought some hair off Instagram." If you can find it, bitch, kudos. Basically, this woman was saying that she bought a micro braid lace front off Instagram, and the picture that she posted of what they sent her, bitch, I can't even. I'm not gonna spoil it, but listen, if you're a Lipstick Alley person, check it out. Like, it's one of the funniest threads I've ever read in my whole fucking life. Never buy hair off Instagram, unless the person really fucks with you, and even still, watch your back. Watch your back, bitch. Watch it. Read some reviews first, you feel me? Because you never know. Usually when people are wilding, there's somebody in the comments. Even though they be deleting, there's somebody in the comments being like, Letitia, what happened to my lace front? Why you sent me a string with some hair on it? So, anyways, I'm gonna go. I appreciate y'all for chilling with me while I was trying to get this wig together. I feel like it's mostly together. You know, the final look will be on Instagram. You know, follow me there if you're a follower of Instagram.